Hello, today I have a message called Moment to Moment, and here's the short version. A thing in the world is a thing that the Holy Spirit can work through. You are shown your way moment to moment. Our interaction with those we call other can be guided by our awareness of their holiness. You don't need to get anything from any dream figure because you are sufficient and fulfilled in your joining. When thoughts are idolizing or demonizing, they are poor leaders. Okay, back to a thing in the world is the thing that the Holy Spirit can work through. So if I catch myself thinking of anything perceived as separate, as any blockage or any problem or any form of resistance, I can think instead of what can come through it. An ease, a flow, the light of the Holy Spirit, and it can come through it. So if ego gives me thoughts to judge the nature of the thing and to separate the thing from other things and to compare the thing to other things, I'm lost. But if I remember this thing I'm perceiving as separate, Spirit can come through it, work through it, take it over for the benefit of all. So for the benefit of myself, because it's for the benefit of all. The only thing that's of true benefit to myself is for the benefit of all. So that's something I can keep in mind today as I seem to think of separate and opposing and different things, that everything is something Spirit can work through. So I can decline the invitations to judge, because when I'm judging, I'm just saying this is a separate thing with either this nature or that nature. It's in a special nature that it can compare to something else, instead of seeing it's merely a conduit and Spirit can work through it right now. A thing in the world is a thing that the Holy Spirit can work through, and the Holy Spirit is all of us. So it's like allowing all of us our true function in every moment. And if I'm judging, I'm intentionally forgetting our true and shared and harmonic function in every moment. And I can think of it in terms as coming through all of these things I'm seeming to observe, whether they're physical objects or concepts, notions about relationship. Everything you think about seems to be a separate thing at the time you're thinking about, and it's really a conduit for the love of Spirit to flow through. You are shown your way moment to moment. So we seem to have moment following moment following moment following moment in a line, and that's how it looks for us right now, and that's fine. Being that is the way it looks for us right now, every moment then is the same conduit. And if I'm trying to turn the moment into something else, if I'm not feeling the openness and trust in what can flow through this moment, I'm just confused for a minute, and I just have to reset. So you are shown your way moment to moment. That means everyone is. So I can have absolute confidence in everyone I see as other, instead of trying to judge, analyze, guide, prevent anything I might be tempted to do by ego. I can have supreme, ultimate, full confidence in you. Because if I'm shown my way moment to moment, I don't have to stop and judge you, because I know you're shown your way moment to moment. So that is always a good reason to stop and reorient when I'm not seeing things that way. And when I'm engaged in an argument, I'm not. I'm just seeing this back and forth of perspectives, instead of looking at that one who seems to be other and recognizing you are fully shown your way moment to moment. Why? Because I am. Okay. Our interaction with those we call other can be guided by our awareness of their holiness. And it's okay to stop and recognize anyone at all is holy. And it's okay to stop and recognize the one you call yourself as that, because it's just all the same thing. And it's all a good thing, and it's all a benign thing. And it's when we see it for what it is, it's a very, very simple training. It is not complicated. So our interaction with those we call other can be guided by our awareness of their holiness. When we don't seem to be in someone's presence, sometimes thoughts about them can occur to us. And if those thoughts don't recognize the holiness of that one, it's a perfect moment to stop and rest in it and to remember, I really need to be reminded of their holiness. I really need to take a moment to fully stop and recognize the truth about them. It doesn't matter how things appear. It doesn't matter what ego is telling me about them. Just stopping in this moment and saying, not only are they holy, they can't be more holy than anyone I call else. Not only are they holy, they can't be less holy than anyone I call else. And the same has to be true of me. And resting in that utter stability, then we invite that in to express itself through everyone and everything. It's a very powerful thing we can all do. You don't need to get anything from any dream figure because you are sufficient and fulfilled in your joining. I'm a little distracted because I was told this morning this is going to be a short one, and I can see, not that it matters, but I'm judging and analyzing. Hey, I'm not even to 7 minutes, and it looks like I'm close to done. Anyhow, meaningless, but it was right. Okay, you don't need to get anything from any dream figure because you are sufficient and fulfilled in your joining. So that puts a whole new perspective on human interaction. There's no need to get. There's no need to get attention. There's no need to get approval. There's no need to get, I forgot what I was going to say, but the word interaction is here. I don't know what that means, but that's what came through. You don't need to get anything from any dream figure because you are sufficient and fulfilled in your joining. And it's okay and it's safe to spend time looking at this. My mind is joined to their mind forever, and that's enough. And I don't need to know anything beyond that. My mind is joined to their mind forever, and that in itself is fulfillment. Everything I could ever want is in that joining. And that remembrance is here for us whenever we want to relax into it, whenever we want to acknowledge it. Okay, when thoughts are idolizing or demonizing, they are poor leaders. Okay, so I'm going to become aware of thoughts today, and some of these thoughts will be about people, and some of these thoughts will be about things. And if the thoughts idolize the people or things, they are poor leaders. If the thoughts demonize the people, things, conditions, or concepts, they are poor leaders. So what do I do when I notice I'm following a poor leader? I have to stop. There's always that moment when I stop. I have to reorient. I have to recognize what is truly here for all of us, and that there is a sane leader. We're all walking together through and out of our hallucination. And as we're walking together, what's leading us? A sane leader. Let's call it love. A sane leader. And just the remembrance of that helps me click into place in our harmony, and let that lead us instead of trying to analyze or figure anything out. So when thoughts are idolizing or demonizing, they are poor leaders. And my feeling tells me when I'm idolizing or demonizing. My feeling always tells me. It's so reliable. and so helpful. And so when I feel a feeling, I have work to do. It's very simple, and it's to reorient toward the sane leader that leads us all together out of our hallucination harmonically. So there we have it. It's simple, and it's available, and it's here. So thank you, and happy healing.